Another delicious recipe from my cookbook, 7 Pots of Tea, is an Ashwagandha blueberry green tea. The Ashwagandha blueberry green tea is made in a couple different phases, so don't let that deter you, and let me show you how we get started. In a pot, I'm going to start it up with about a cup of water. We're going to reduce this cup of water, 1/4 teaspoon of ashwagandha powder. This is a very potent powder, so you don't want to add too much. And I'm going to add it in here into the water. This water is going to boil and reduce, and you want to get the essence of ashwagandha in that. So I'm going to watch this and let this go on its own, and in the meanwhile we're going to move on to the next bit and leave this alone. Now we have the blueberry component. The blueberries are going to be pureed with a little pinch of sugar. So I have about a cup of blueberries in here. I'm going to toss in a pinch of sugar, about a teaspoon. You can choose to add more or less based on your preference. This is what you want. You want a nice paste of blueberries that's going to get added into your tea. On the side here, I have about 1 liter of water that started up. And in here, I'm going to add some premium green tea. Now, we can do one of two things. We can add the green tea into this pot, or this particular kettle comes with an insert. So I'm going to actually do something else. So in here, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons worth of green tea, and I'm going to very carefully add this blueberry puree into the strainer. Now, because this is a strainer, I have something to catch the pulp if it starts coming out from here, but I want to try and be very quick with this. Now you can save this and add this to your pot later on, or you can set it aside and discard it. And you can see here the ashwagandha is starting to bubble and boil in the water, and you need a decoction of this. Ashwagandha by itself kind of doesn't taste like anything, so you want some other flavors to match and to enhance the flavor of your drink. That's why we're putting it in green tea, and we've added the blueberries to this. Now in here, what I'm going to add is a squirt of lemon. Now you can add it into this. You can add it into the ashwagandha. It doesn't matter as long as you get the lemon in. So since this pot is already boiling, I'm going to just squeeze in the juice of half a lemon straight into my ashwagandha. And we're going to watch this kind of reduce a little bit, but you can get the aroma of the lemon these are Meyer lemons that we used in this recipe. So the lemons are really getting fragrant and aromatic. It's adding a lot of very nice aroma to the room, and I bet you're going to love the aroma of just the lemons. But let me tell you a little bit about ashwagandha and blueberries. These, by Ayurveda, ashwagandha is considered a powerhouse of nutrients and ingredients that helps the body. And as an Ayurvedic herb, it's considered bitter and astringent, and it increases the pitta because it is warming. So you want to find a way to calm it down when it goes into your body, and that's why you're mixing it in with other ingredients when you're making the tea. Blueberry, on the other hand, is sweet and is sour and astringent and is cooling. So here you have the balance between the warming and the cooling. And green tea, on the other hand, is sweet and is warming. So we're using just a little bit of green tea in here. And it's doing its thing. This is a lot of water in here, so it's coming to a boil in a minute or so. Now, to ensure that the blueberry is not just sitting in there, I am going to lift this up really gently and move this around. You end up with a little blush pink looking tea. Now that the ashwagandha water has reduced, you can tell that it has taken on a opaque ivory color in here, and it still has some of the lemon seeds, etc. in there. What I'm going to looking for is for it to have essentially reduced, and I'm going to add this straight into the pot of our other tea. After I added the lemon, you can tell that the color perked up in here, and it went from a blush to a pink, and that's thanks to the lemon that's in the water. I'm swirling this around to make sure that I get the most of my blueberries. And for the most part, this tea is done. You can let it steep in here for a little longer if you wish to enhance the flavors of it with the blueberry. What I'm going to pour this out into a carafe, and I'll show you what you can do with it. Alright, to perk this up in your hot cup of tea, you can add some fresh mint, and I like to throw the mint straight in just because it keeps the aromas going. What you can do with this is you can actually chill this and have this as a cold tea. Enjoy your next cup of ashwagandha blueberry green tea. Here you go.